Even though I write and I illustrate books, you can't get the same experience from looking at a book that you can get, from standing in front of an actual piece of artwork. The moment where I said I really need to do a book about Jean Michel Basquiat was when I was at the Brooklyn Museum. And even though I've seen Jean Michel's work in magazines and books and things like that, standing in front of an actual piece of his was really a transformative experience. Because I think being an artist is about observing and about taking advantage of the things that you observe as opposed to just shoving them into the back of your mind. Or one of the things that makes great art is that contemplation and seeing how deep that thought could go. The Jean Michel story is very lush with things that you could take away. People called him radiant wild, a genius child, but in his heart, he was a king, so he gave himself a crown. There's lots of places for people to jump in, and however they get into the story, whatever piece is the thing that connects them to the story, I think is fine. I'm thinking about the work that I'm creating as art pieces. Because of that, I am trying to figure out how do I create as many different connections as possible? How do I create a piece of work that someone doesn't just look at once? I want them to look at it again and again and again. In terms of illustration, I feel that it's my job to tell the story and to tell it in a way that even if there were no words, the story would be there. The writer has to be more focused. The writer is keeping you on the road, but I can let you wander, and I could let you say, okay, let me explore this over here or over here. I can create worlds, and I can create sub-stories and subtext and things like that. And just have a lot of fun and more freedom and flexibility, I think, than the writer. In terms of thinking about museums and schools, reading about artists, hearing about their work, seeing pictures in a notebook. And then you actually have the opportunity to stand in front of a piece. And the photograph never does it justice. There's always so much more information that you grasp from standing in front of a piece of artwork. Museums have that ability because art is information, art is story, art is activism, art is all of these powerful things, and they tell you about life where you are and life on the other side of the world. And you can't get that experience any place else.